I start tonight with the economy. The president and the Democrats are in trouble. President Obama went to Ohio today to try to sell voters that the economy is his top priority.
I intend to keep fighting as hard as I can, as long as it takes, to make sure that this economy is working for every single American. Anybody who wants a job got to be able to go out there and get one, and we're not going to be done until we get that result.
But the new polls out are dire. The president's approval rating on how he's handled the economy is down to an all-time low of 41%. Democrats are also losing to the Republicans in generic congressional matchups, 49 to 45%. The Democrats are losing because the economy has not recovered as well as people had hoped. The jobs have not come back. So what went wrong? How can they fix their political problem? But much more importantly, how can they fix our economy so that we as a country can get back to work? Well, here's the problem. They forgot how their policies affect the average man in the country. They, along with the Republicans who started TARP, made a fundamental error. They confused Wall Street's interests with Main Street's interests. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but it's so true here. They forgot that eventually this was supposed to help a guy like, I don't know, who do we pick? Somebody in the audience. Bob in Iowa, okay? When the economic collapse first started, the original idea was the financial industry was in trouble, and if we didn't fix it, the economy wouldn't recover. Well, that makes sense, but at some point, they forgot the ultimate goal, which was economic recovery for all of us. Instead, billions went into TARP, and trillions more went into indirect funding of the largest banks in the country. But no one stayed on the beat to make sure they actually lent that money out so the businesses can invest and hire more people like Bob or you. So the bankers took the money and went back to gambling because they make more money doing that than lending out to small businesses. Now that's eventually going to lead to a second crash. But more importantly for now, that meant that the small business in the country couldn't hire you for new projects. The people in D.C. and New York didn't recognize this because they live in a bubble. Inside that bubble, their incomes are still going way up. Over the last 3 decades, the top 1% of this country had their income rise by 281%. They don't feel your pain. So until the election started to roll around, the politicians didn't even get to that the recovery plan isn't working. So having realized this, the administration recently decided to give out $30 billion to local community banks so they can loan out to small businesses. The Republicans had pushed for this earlier, so that's great. We all agree. Okay, let's shake on it. Well, that would have gotten us on the right road, except the Republicans flip-flopped and voted no to kill the bill. Now, why in the world did they do that? Why filibuster a bill you claimed to support earlier, and that helps small businesses you claim you care so much about? The answer? Politics. They figured that their best course to get reelected is to obstruct everything the president proposes, hope that the economy does not recover, and then blame the president for it. Honestly, that's sick. But there's plenty of blame to go around here. Both the Obama and Bush administrations chose to support the big banks over you. The Republicans have been in the corner of the big banks on every single proposal. I've been watching it like a hawk. They never wavered every time they voted with the banks. Now they kill bills to help small businesses while pretending to be champions of them. So what's the answer? I think the Democrats need to do a mea culpa and say, look, we followed the Bush strategy of giving to the banks and hoping it trickled down to you. Well, that did not work. We've learned our lesson. If we give any more money out, it'll be directly to small businesses to hire Americans for projects that go to rebuilding this country. And if the Republicans stand in our way, may God help them, because we're coming for them. And from now on, we're not taking no for an answer.